researchers have identified a new reason to protect mangrove forests. They've been quietly keeping carbon out of Earth's atmosphere for the past 5,000 years. Mangroves thrive in conditions most plants cannot tolerate, such as salty coastal waters. Some species have air-conducting vertical roots that act like snorkels when tides are high, giving the appearance of trees floating on stilts. A UC Riverside and UC San Diego-led research team set out to understand how marine mangroves off the coast of La Paz, Mexico, absorb and release elements like nitrogen and carbon. The team expected that carbon would be found in a layer of peat beneath the forest, but they did not expect that carbon to be 5,000 years old. This result, along with a description of the microbes they identified, is now published in a journal Marine Ecology Progress Series. What's special about these mangrove sites isn't that they are the fastest at carbon storage, but that they've kept the carbon for so long, said Emma Aronson, UCI environmental microbiologist and senior co-author of the study. It is orders of magnitude more carbon storage than most other ecosystems in the region. Peat underlying the mangrove trees is a combination of submerged sediment and partially decayed organic matter. In some areas sampled for this study, the peat layer extended roughly 10 feet below the coastal water line. Little oxygen makes it to the deepest peat layer, which is likely why the team did not find any fungi living in it. However, oxygen is a requirement for most fungi that specialize in breaking down carbon compounds. There are more than 1,100 types of bacteria living beneath the mangroves that consume and excrete a variety of chemical elements. Many of them function in extreme environments with low or no oxygen. However, these bacteria are not efficient at breaking down carbon. Baja California Sur mangrove deep peat microbial communities cycle nitrogen but do not affect all carbon pool. There are other ecosystems on Earth known to have similarly aged or even older carbon. Arctic or Antarctic permafrost, where the ice hasn't yet thawed, are examples. Potentially other mangrove forests as well. The researchers are now scouting mangrove research sites in Hawaii, Florida and Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula as well. These sites are protecting carbon that has been there for millennia. Disturbing them would cause a carbon emission that we wouldn't be able to repair anytime soon, said Matthew Costa, UC San Diego coastal ecologist and first author on the paper. For example, glaciers may contain twice as much carbon as is currently in the atmosphere. If we let these forests keep functioning, they can retain the carbon they've sequestered out of our atmosphere essentially permanently. In this study, they examined how carbon and nitrogen densities and microbial community composition vary with peat age and described the formation of peat deposits over time. At 4 mangrove sites near La Paz, Baja California Sur, Mexico, the team cored the sediments until rejection and obtained 5 cm samples at 20 cm intervals. In these samples they measured organic carbon, total nitrogen and radiocarbon age. They observed peat carbon densities that reflect differing preservation conditions. Carbon dating allowed to reconstruct the accumulation of organic matter over the last 5,029 plus or minus 85 years. Beneath each site name is a qualitative description of the site's location in the tidal frame, low or high, and the dominant species present: Avicennia germinans, Laguncularia racemosa, and Rhizophora mango.